Today in the Soap Thing Project, I am here to give you my final thoughts on the Broman Razor Mark II. I did a few shaves with this on camera for videos last year with the intent of doing a final thoughts then, but I just never got around to it. I wish I could tell you more about it, but it looks like the whole company went tits up. It's kinda crazy. Some people even talked to me and told me that they ordered a razor and just never got it. That's quite unfortunate. I got mine though. Here it is, right here. This is the box that it comes in, which there's a little slit right here, so it doubles as a spent blade bank. And this is just like galvanized steel. There's some pretty cool packaging in it. Well, I guess cool isn't the right word, but it's well packaged. Let's put it that way. The plastic the razor came in, and there's also this card that was wrapped around it. These are the instructions, at least some of them. Here's another instruction card that was wrapped around the razor. And then you get the razor right here. It's a half double edge blade razor with a pivoting head. So that's kind of the general idea, is it's supposed to shave more like a cartridge razor. Let's go ahead and put a blade in it and do a shave with it. I'm going to split a half Gillette Silver Blue into it. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do that right now. So, you know, whenever something like this happens to a company, everybody's quick to assume malice. They're all just like, oh, the whole operation was a scam from the very beginning. I don't know. All I know is it would appear anyway that they attempted to do something cool and it just didn't work as intended. Things obviously went sideways, no doubt about that. Okay, so here is the open razor, the Broman Mark II, and it's magnetic. It just opens like this. And then you take the half double edge blade and you just stick it right in there like so. And it's actually magnetic, and so it's going to grab the blade and sort of hold it into place anyway. So it's not remarkably hard to put this together. It's just hard to do it on camera. And then it just closes like that. And there you go. It's got a half double-edged blade in there, ready for a shave. This is some combination, more than likely, of brass mixed with steel, mixed with chrome-plated zinc. There's magnets in here, obviously. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of different quality parts. It came together looking optimistic, but I seem to remember having problems shaving with this. It wasn't a very good shaver, so let's see if that is the case today. For the last two videos, I've used this soap, and it's going to carry forward into this shave as well. It's the Ariana and Evans Pedro Fiasco Limoncello, which is a lemon liqueur type scent. I did a more detailed explanation of it in a previous video, so go ahead and check that out. I believe it was the Battle of the Titaniums, so if you want to know what this really smells like in detail, check out that video. I'm going to chase it with the Myrsol Agua de Limon because, I mean, why wouldn't you? They're both lemon scents. That's the aftershave. And the brush is from Shave Mac. It's my 22mm black and gold. And this has a 22mm two-band badger on it. Good stuff from Shave Mac. Okay, let's do a shave. Okay, here we go. Out of the Pereira Shavery bowl and onto the face with the Pedro Fiasco Limoncello from Ariana and Evans. Got about 2.5 days of growth. Well, I don't know about that. Maybe 52 hours, something like that. Definitely not doing as many shaves as I would have wanted, being ahead of schedule. But that's mostly because I actually got started on heart medication that makes me really tired just all the time. And I finally got the medicine dialed into a good dose, but in the meantime, I've just been too tired to really do a lot of things, and shaving is one of them. So I just haven't bothered staying ahead of schedule for my upcoming move, which is unfortunate, but that's life. Okay, now, the Broman razor. Mark II with a Gillette Silver Blue. Here we go. So, blade feely this is not. It's definitely not a super blade forward experience. What I'm mostly noticing about it now is that there's actually not as much spring tension in this pivoting head as I would prefer. It's actually got a little too much give to it, and so it's resulting in a more mild shave than I would prefer. And a more mild shave is going to give me sort of the urge to press harder against my face, and that never goes well. That often results in nicks and cuts, razor burn, things like that. I also think this razor is quite heavily blade dependent, meaning it will work very well, for my face anyway, with it'll work very well with some blades and work terribly with other blades. Lately I've been having great luck with Gillette Silver Blues, so maybe I need to buy a big pack of that and just settle on, like, that's just what I'm going to use. But I seem to remember using other blades in this, and it was just a shred fest. It was not a super pleasant experience. This is a phenomenal scent from A&E. It's just like some of the simpler scents are the best, in my personal opinion. Like, it's just a slightly boozy, slightly sweet, lemon kind of experience. It's got enough nuance not to smell boring, just like a straight lemon and that's it. There's more to it than that. It's good stuff. Okay. Let's go across the grain with this thing. Ooh. I think I might have done some damage. Yeah, I think that's going to start bleeding here in a second. Definitely felt like I sliced myself open. We'll see. We will see. On pass number 2, it's so mild that the blade doesn't feel like hardly anything. It's practically invisible. practically impossible to get up under your nose with this thing in a way that gets all the hair out of there. So I'm going to have to go through there with another razor. I think even a lot of people who got their razor were not super satisfied with it. Yeah, see that right there? It's an interesting place to nick myself. So, I mean, for the most part, and as much as I want to trash this thing, because it is kind of a piece of crap, that is my fault. I was going through there in 2 different directions at once, and that's just what's going to happen. So, I mean, it shaves perfectly fine, but you really have to understand how to use it and really have your shaving habits dialed in. And even then, you're going to have to just assume that you're not going to get a very close shave because it's just way too mild. And razors that are too mild, as I say, can cause you to have the urge to perform bad habits to make up for it. So, you know, I hate to say that, but and it looks like the company, like their website isn't even up anymore. And so they clearly decided to leave the scene. And I don't know, this razor is just, I really feel like they made an honest attempt at a good shaving razor. And I seriously thought this was going to be around for a while and it was going to be a huge success, but it turned out to be just an exercise in mediocrity. It, you know, all this trouble for something that, you know, will shave you and it will do a decent job at it, but it's just a misstep. They really stepped in it in a lot of ways, and then not even being able to fulfill all their orders. A lot of people said they didn't even get their razor. So yeah, I think it was just a logistical and managerial nightmare. And the end result was they just decided to quietly go away. That was the Myrsol Agua de Limon. That doesn't excuse it. It's unacceptable that somebody would buy a product and then just never receive it. But I don't think it was like malicious in its intent from the very beginning. I think they had a great idea and didn't execute it very well, as happens with a lot of small businesses, not even related to shaving. I think I personally even, you know, have seen small businesses crop up in my own hometown, and they made an honest run, and it just didn't work. People didn't accept it, didn't buy into it. So that's just the reality of it. Okay, my final thoughts on the Broman razor. Obviously, I got to give this a thumbs down. It was just a misstep of the highest proportion. Well, I don't know about all that, but it was definitely a serious misstep that resulted in the whole company going away. Quite unfortunate. Well, that's how it goes. Okay, that's the shave for today. Questions, comments, put them in the comments section of the video. Otherwise, until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.